Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and today is our podcast number 109. It is the 7th of November 2024 and here we are all together again hanging out. It's been a whole week since we last saw each other on our catch up and it's just been a crazy week. Now I hope you're all well and I hope you've had some time to relax because that's what we all crave, right? Just some downtime, just to gather our thoughts, just stop the chatter in our heads and just do something with love. And for me, that's always been crochet for a very, very long time. And I can't imagine a day without crocheting. So I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. We do have some new yarny friends, so welcome one and all. You'll find we are a very fun yarny community here and I hope you stay for a while because some of us have been together for over 2 years now, which has been an amazing journey. So thank you once again. Now, before we get started, I want to wish Miss 10, who is Thea's daughter, a very, very happy birthday. Hip, hip, hooray. Now, I know that she bought some yarn with her birthday money, so hopefully in the near future, we'll be seeing some wonderful and marvelous makes from her. So everybody, wish her a big, big happy birthday because she's double digits now. How awesome is that? So, yes, once again, hip, hip, hooray, Miss 10. It's so wonderful, isn't it? Oh, to be 10 again some days. Now, tonight we're going to just jump right into your makes. So I'm going to be showcasing all of those and then I'll talk about a few of the little things I've been doing during the week. We do have a little yarn haul that I just purchased this afternoon and I just thought I might as well just share it with you tonight, and a little bit of happy mail, which is always a lot of fun and a real treat. So let's get started, guys. Now, we have a very new friend with us who's put in her work for the very first time. So she's showcasing her work for the first time. And let's welcome her one and all because I'm hoping we'll get more and more from her in the future. So I'm talking about our friend Valerie. So over here, look at this gorgeous little thing here. So this is Buttercup the cow. Isn't she adorable? Now Valerie tells us that the pattern is from Cheryl at 365 Knits Knit 2 Club. And this was a pattern on Facebook, and Valerie used Stylecraft Special Aran. Now I think Aran is like number 4 worsted weight, or like our Spot Saver Templar yarn. Look at her, I'll show you up close. Isn't she just so adorable? So let's pop her down there for now and then look at this little one. This is Pixie the teddy bear. Now the pattern for this one is from Sharon Ojala, Ojal, on Facebook. And Pixie is made, so Valerie tells us she's made Pixie in various sizes. How adorable would they be all, next to each other? And the yarn that Valerie used is James C. Brett Flutterby, and it's a chunky yarn. And look at that adorable face and that little scarf. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Valerie, for sending them in to showcase them tonight and share them with all your friends. Now let me pop those down there. Now Liza has been very busy with her amigurumi making, and here is, I think a lot of you would recognize her. This is Madeline the dog, and she's a free pattern on the Hobie website, but she is a pattern by Picker Pow. Very, very popular, very, very detailed, and so sweet. I love all the sparkle in the yarn that you've used, Liza. Now this is a cotton acrylic blend yarn. Types of yarn here, some of it, and a 3.5 millimeter clover hook. So thank you so much, Liza, for sending her in. She is very, very cute. And then we have our friend Aussie Sandy. Now she has been very busy making doilies from her grandmother's patterns. And this is another one. She said that the last couple of rows were a little bit challenging, but after some frogging, she managed to get it done. Well done for not giving up, Sandy. And it's beautiful. The yarn that you've used is gorgeous. Now, this is an unnamed cotton from her stash. Very, very pretty. And then she made another little donut from the Donut Buddies book. He is adorable. So this is a little puppy, and Sandy used her hand-dyed yarn for the base and his ears. Now you may remember that she used that yarn for her little fox donut as well. Very, very clever being able to dye your own yarn. And she said that the icing is an 8-ply DK weight yarn that she doubled up, so 2 strands, and it's a Stylecraft yarn. And she's embroidered the little eyes on. Oh yeah, has she? No, they're not embroidered, but they are absolutely gorgeous. I love the little collar as well, with a little, you know, tag on it. Very, very cute. So thank you so much, Sandy, for sending them in. Now, our friend Pearl, she sent us in some amazing makes, and some of it is also cross stitch. So those of you that cross stitch, you're going to really ooh and ah over these, and the rest of us that don't, even more so. But I got these very late this afternoon, but just in time for tonight's podcast, so I'm going to very quickly bring them up on my iPad. And I thought while I was downloading the, you know, saving the photos, it's actually great that they're on my iPad because I can zoom in on them. So what I'm going to show you are 2 tablecloths that Pearl made for her daughters, and they measure, so it's stamped cross stitch. They measure 60 by 90 centimeters each, inches each, so they're huge. And she's got them ready for the holiday season and every year after that, which is amazing. Now let me zoom in on the detail. Once again, oh my goodness. Pearl, I think we have the same dining set. I think that's pretty awesome as well. And then look at this, guys. Let me zoom right in. So this is the top. Oh my goodness. My mother did cross stitch, and that's better. And I don't know if she's actually saved any of them, but if I find them, I will definitely be sharing them with you. And look at the detail on this corner. I am in awe of anyone that can do this. I can't even imagine how many hours you've spent on these, Pearl. Let me just bring this one up. Oh, I love this one. Look at all the, oh, wow, all the purple baubles. How pretty are they? Oh my goodness. And there's another corner with blue baubles. And look at the stitching in the leaves. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we have another one with a yellowy colour baubles. Oh my goodness, every colour in the rainbow. So, so pretty, right guys? And then Pearl, let me see this way better. Yes. Now Pearl has a 14-year-old grandson, and she's made this gorgeous snowman scarf for him, but it's actually 2 scarves put together, so when you drape it over your neck, it actually has the faces facing the right side, because her grandson is nearly 6 feet tall. God bless. And that is a beanie that he requested for Halloween, which is a candy corn beanie, but he said he's going to wear it all through winter, so that's fabulous. And wait till you see these little gorgeous ghost pillows. Now let me enlarge them a tiny bit. Now, Pearl said that these are living in her home for now, but she's got a feeling next year they're going to find a new forever home. So thank you so very, very much for sending them in, Pearl, to us. But Pearl did leave us with something which I think is something we can all relate to, so I really need to read this out to you. Pearl says, crafting items for family is the most fun and rewarding of all that she does. All I've got to say to that, Pearl, is ditto. So thank you so much for sharing those with us. Absolutely gorgeous. Every single one of you. Thank you, as I always say, and I truly mean it. Thank you for taking the time to share your marvelous makes with us, because I know we all get a little bit of inspiration. We add something to our crochet to-do list. And more importantly, that ooh-ah factor is fabulous, right guys? So let me pop those down for now. And I'm going to get on to something that I am so proud of. It took me 8 hours to make this, guys, but I wasn't going to give up. And I made sure that I had it done. And what am I talking about? Okay, so here in the Muppets book, a lot of you may have already gone, looked through the book with me. And a lot of you shared your childhood favorites and, of the Muppets, and I thought that was amazing. If you haven't seen that video, I'll pop it down in the, link it down in the description box. But in here, my absolute favorite is Gonzo. So let me show him to you. And there he is here. Now, I'll be looking for props like their musical instruments and other things in this book when I go shopping. But let me just show him to you, and I'll talk you through him, how I made him. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. The patterns in this book are so well written. It is amazing. Now, unfortunately, it does say that you can QR code and you get free videos and tips, but that site says, thank you for purchasing the book, tips and videos coming soon, but that's okay. Look at his profile. Now, I used my Spot Saver 10-ply 100% acrylic yarn in various colors, obviously, for all of for making him, and it's pretty much the yarn that he calls for in the book. And my 4mm hook. It does say to use a 3.75mm, I think, but I used my Clover. I just love him. So he's the co-host. Now Theo did say, wouldn't it be wonderful to have all the Muppets as co-hosts, and he's the very, very first one to join us. Now his jacket does come off. There's his little shirt and his pants. Can you see his bow tie under there? I'm going to actually put a little pop start on there, but I'm never, ever, ever going to take this jacket off again, guys, because it was so hard to get his arms through. Now, I was so tempted to stuff his little arms, and I'm so glad that I didn't, because it wasn't going to work. So I actually made it exactly as the pattern was written, and it is a very well written pattern. As soon as you work out how the creator, Drew Hill, writes his patterns, then you're okay. And I kept thinking, lucky I love math, because when you think about, what's in the brackets, you do that first, multiply it by the number next to it. I actually understood what I was doing, because as you can imagine, this isn't something that's very common, this shape, but we managed to get it done. So meet Gonzo, everybody. Now I need to make his chicken. What's her name again? I've been saying it all day and now I can't even think of it. What's Camilla? That's her name, right? So I think I need to make her next, because I have to be, there we go. So I'm pretty sure she'll be the next one that you'll be seeing. Oh, there she is. There's so much bright light. That's what happens because the paper is so shiny and absolutely beautiful. So as I said, I'll link that video in the description box in case you missed going through this book. It's an absolute treat and I absolutely love it. So there he is, Mr. Gonzo. I'm going to have to put him up here with his other friends. Like I said, 8 hours, guys, but it was worth it. Oh, and the thing that I didn't mention to you is I sewed everything on that you see. The legs were sewn on, so they're added on. But the arms were actually crocheted in, and so was the face to the body. But I did glue, use my very good friend now, the hot glue gun. I glued on his eyes and his bow tie. Now, the bow tie wouldn't have been hard to do, but I thought, well, I've got the glue gun out, why not? So there he is. Okay, I'm going to pop him down for now. You will be seeing him in the background for sure. Now, the next thing that I was working on, because as we know, Christmas is fast approaching, guys. I don't even know how many weeks are left. Must be about 7, I'm guessing, or 6, which is even more terrifying. So I worked on some little Christmas trees. And here they are here. Well, I've got 3 to show you, but this is the one that I've ended up with. And I am wondering if I should add a star or not. Now look at it up nice and close. So there is a foam base. This is yarn, and they're little what are they? Pom-poms, not popcorns, pom-poms. So I used my, my Marvel 8-ply acrylic yarn here with my 4mm hook. Once again, very handy to have all your little hooks, guys. I never thought I'd ever use them, but you need them in your collection if you're just starting new, because you use them more often than you think you would. And then I had these foam cones, which I purchased when our local little craft shop closed down, which I was a bit sad because I think they were there 25, 28 years, the owners, but now the new ones are coming in. So back to what I was saying, these were reduced by about 40% at the time. So I bought about 6 packs. And I also bought these pom-poms on Temu. Very, very inexpensive, just a few dollars, and there's thousands in here. So I thought, let me just start making some of these Christmas trees because I need to get them ready for family and friends. But it was just so funny because I used a pattern on YouTube. The tutorial is by Kane, K-N-E Crochet. I had to adjust the length of the strand because you just make one long piece and then you wind it around the cone. I had to play a little fun game of working out how many stitches I had to start off with. The first one was a little bit too short and the second one was a little bit too short again. I thought about putting star buttons on. I've thought about crocheting buttons, and I actually bought some big stars that are ornaments and they were just way too big. But I do quite like them plain. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on those, guys, but they are very, very pretty, aren't they? I think so anyway. So I did work on those. They took me a few hours to work out the right length for the strand to go around. But after that, of course, you know, once again, my dear friend, the hot glue gun, and I got to work, popped it all around, started on the pom-poms, and then I was very, very happy with the result. But now I've got to sit down and make some more. That's the next challenge. Excuse me. Now, some of you may have joined us yesterday for the unboxing of this gorgeous box here, guys, from the Crochet Society, which is box 51. It's the last box for the year. So some of you have already started voting. Thank you so much. So keep voting. You've got until the 20th of November, and then I'll make the project from the book that comes with it. Now, of course, I confused the whole situation by putting in 4 projects this time round. I think that the last project was a bonus one, like Michelle did pop down in the comments. But nevertheless, guys, we've got 4 projects to choose from because all the yarn is in there. So I got a little bit confused, which doesn't take very much, as we all know. So it is a lot of fun seeing all your little, voting, like what you want me to make. But we're still very early days. It only opened up yesterday, so we've still got another few days to go. Well, actually a week and almost a half, or more than a half. So please start voting if you haven't, because I'm very, very excited to see, you know, what the end result and what I'm going to showcase for you. And of course, you know, I'll be doing a little review then on the whole box and my thoughts on the pattern. So that's coming up as well. So keep voting, guys. Now, this weekend, speaking of voting, our hashtag Crochet Through the Decades Cal 2024 for the 1970s, we're actually I'm going to show everyone's makes, and we're going to vote, and then we'll have a winner coming up shortly after that. But November is the month for the 1980s. Now, I love the 80s, and I know there are a lot of fans out there as well, but it's going to be very hard to choose just one thing to make. So, truth be told, I haven't decided as yet, but that won't stop me from making something fabulous from the 80s. So I cannot wait to see all of your makes. Some have started coming in, which is amazing, and then I'm sure that we'll get them all to us before the end of November, which is the 30th. Oh my goodness, and today is the 7th, so we've got just a little bit over 3 weeks, right guys? So watch out for that video. It'll be this weekend, more than likely Sunday, possibly Saturday, but I'm thinking Sunday. Now, right here, you can see a dress. Now, some of you may remember from last week that my girlfriend Jane from Coco's Crochet Corner, our little crochet club that we get together on a Wednesday night, gave me this dress because it had a little accident, in like a fireworks accident, where a piece of it got burned. And a lot of you did make some wonderful suggestions, including putting an applique on there, which was the most popular suggestion. But I think it was Amy that said if this young girl is a fashionista, she would not like an applique on there. And I thought about it, and I decided that that was the case with her. So I researched on YouTube how to mend crochet. I put in burn in there, and a lot of YouTube tutorials come up for how to mend like in the round, like squares and granny squares and that. So I adapted that idea, and what I actually did was I cut out the piece, so the stitches that were burnt, and I up until one like around it, and then I unraveled those, and I connected the yarn that I used to make the rows, and I just worked, there were 3 rows in total, and a section of 3 rows. The bottom row I connected to the one underneath, the next row to that one, but I went the same way. So I would connect at the end and tie it off. And the top one, I actually got a darning needle and some yarn, and I threaded through the bottom of the top stitch and connected it with a stitch underneath as I went, and then tied it all off. And that was the only way that I could think to do it. But then the biggest dilemma came of all, trying to match the yarn, because as you can imagine, even though I have a great selection of yarns here, it was very hard to get it perfect. And the yarn that I found was just a little bit darker, which is my Marvel 8-ply, and it was just a little bit thicker. It is an acrylic yarn, which this is acrylic as well. I did try to find a cotton that might have been suitable, but that wasn't the case. And from a distance, I think when this young lady is out at a party and, you know, in the dark, I don't think many people will notice, but you can see that it has been mended. I did wash it, so all the black did come off. But I wonder what you think of the job that I did, guys. I'm actually very proud of it. I can definitely see that there is a little patch with some darker yarn there. But as I said, when you're wearing that dress and it's swinging, you know, as you're walking, I don't think many people will really notice. But the black did come off. And now I do know that if in future I ever need to do that, which I hope I don't, the thought of a firework burning your dress for me would be terrifying. So I hope it doesn't happen to anyone ever again. But at least I know that I could do something to mend it. Or if someone has a cut, you know, through their fabric, their crocheted material, whether it be a blanket or a wearable, I'm pretty sure, I'm quite confident that with a little bit of patience, I'll be able to do it. So once again, thank you all of you for, you know, your suggestions and your tips. And now I can give this dress back and she can wear it out, this young fashionista, and enjoy her crocheted outfit. Very, very, very popular, these dresses. I'm very, very sad that they sell them for next to nothing in the shops. But that's a whole other video, right, guys? A whole other story. So that's something that I was very happy that I achieved this week. And so was Jane when I showed it to her, which was wonderful. Now, the next thing I want to show you is my girlfriend, Kathy, which you've heard me speak about before. She's the one that runs, like, she's the events coordinator for the group that I did the yarn talk for. And I'm going to be crochet talk too, and then I'm going to do one in January this year again, so I can tell them all about our community winter drive, winter appeal, where I'm collecting blankets, beanies and scarves until the end of April. So I'm going to go in with a big basket of yarn to offer it to anyone that wants to crochet. So we got talking about that, and then she came over to visit the other day and she bought me this treasure, guys. Wait till you see this. In this basket, see all this yarn here? It's from her mum's collection. Now, her mum is in a nursing home at the moment. She's in her mid-90s, God bless. And her little hands, she's not able to use them like she used to. So she can't crochet or knit. But she was a knitter when my friend Kathy was growing up. That's her mum was a knitter. And now Kathy wants to learn to crochet. So as she's going through her mum's stash, she said, I'm going to bring you some and see what you can do with it. Now, wait till you see this yarn. It is absolutely gorgeous. Excuse me, I've got fluffs everywhere, guys, because this one is full of fluffs. Now, this yarn here, the label is from Kmart. Now, let me tell you, this yarn's about 30 years old. And it says here that it was $2.86 a ball, Australian dollars. Now, for back then, that's a lot of money. I have not seen this yarn anywhere. It's called crepe. Look at that. It's a 5-ply crepe yarn. I have never seen yarn like this before. Look at this. It is very, very thin. But I imagine if I doubled it up, I could actually use it easily or make something that's quite delicate. Now, it does tell us here that it is 60% wool and 40% nylon, but it is so, so soft. And the colors here, now, and it does say shrink resist, which is so awesome, right? Because of the wool factor, it's good to know that. You can gentle machine wash it. It does not have a color, it just has a shade. There's this one and there's this one as well. So this is a different shade there. But in the end, Kathy said, because there are so many stickers on this, that her mum ended up paying something like 50 cents a ball. So she was, you know, a bargain hunter as well. But 5-ply crepe yarn, something very different in my collection that I've never had before. And in total, there are, how many balls have we got here, guys? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 navy blue and 2 of that beautiful, like, rich, deep maroney red. Absolutely love it. So I just wanted to share that with you because I've never seen that yarn before, and I wonder how many of you have, because that, as I said, is a vintage yarn right there, guys. And I know Kathy said she's got so much more in her collection, and I cannot wait to, you know, help her, you know, remind her how to crochet, a skill she learned many, many years ago, and she's got all that beautiful yarn from her mum to use. What a treasure that will be. Whatever she creates will be made with love. I cannot wait for her. I'm so excited, honestly. Now, I went and did a little bit of shopping this afternoon, guys, because Spotlight did have, or does have actually, currently has a 40% off sale, and I did have a $20 voucher if you spend $50 or more. Now, those of you that know me know I am blanket yarn obsessed, and the millings haven't been great late. A couple of weeks ago I bought some blanket yarn that I found, not very much, and again the millings bin was not very full today, but I did manage to get 11 bags of yarn. 10 of them are blanket yarn, but I also bought some of the Blanky yarn by Vera, which is 300 gram balls, and they're usually $18, but today they were $10.80 I believe on sale, and I just had to go and buy a few colors because I don't have them in my millings collections. The thing here in Australia is that if you don't purchase from overseas countries which have amazing colors, like the Burnett blanket yarn colors that I see, like for example Rose from Rose Likes Crochet, always showing us what she buys, are amazing. Here we have a very small collection, and I bought just a few colors because the others I have, they were just like a green and a blue, and I do have a few of those from my millings. So this one here is 100, for those of you that don't know what blanket yarn is, it's a 100% polyester yarn. It is chunky, as you can see. I think it's a number 6. It's so soft. I absolutely love making plushies with this, and blankets, of course. I actually have a playlist blanket yarn makes, and it's beautiful. There's about 10 projects in there, and I absolutely love them all. And as I said, this is 300 grams, this ball, whereas the millings are 400 grams. Everything here costs around $10. So the milling bags were down to $10 from $14, and the blanket yarn down to $10.80 from $18, which is pretty good. So I got this, so it's just yellow. This one just says yellow, of course, and I got 2 of these. So I'm not going to show you each and every one. So 2 yellow, and I got 2 of this one here, which is, I think it's peach. Let's have a look. Peach, yeah, I got 2 of these. Now I have bought in the past some blanky yarn from Vera, but it was in the sparkle yarn, but I haven't seen that of late. I think that Jenny from In My Spare Time would love some of this, and Jenny, if you've got the opportunity to buy some, now is the time, it's on sale. But I do know that you bought some recently as well, so maybe you don't need any. And this one is called Blush, so it's a beautiful pale pink, and I did get 3 of those, so they're all here. I'm not going to bring them all up. This one, this is my favorite, and I wish they had a purple like this one, and it's just called Pink. So pretty, I just love it. And then I got some white. You can never have enough white, and usually you don't really find it in millings. And this one is just white. I got 2 of these, and I absolutely love this navy. Is it called navy? Yes. So I got 1. I think there were only 2, so I thought maybe someone else would like one as well. And then I'll just very quickly show you my millings. Now, a lot of the variegated ones, I absolutely love those, and I had 2 ideas. One was putting a blanket together with squares in all the different colors, but then I thought they would make great plushies like loaf cats and snakes and things like that. So stay tuned, guys. There is a lot of glare, but I'll show you. So this one is like a green mix, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love that one. I'm just going to pop them on the floor here now. And then I got 2 of this one. Now this one, you may not be able to see it, but it does have like a green with a grey blue through it. So can you see it up close? I did end up getting 2 of these. As I said, I've got 11 of the milling bags, but 10 are blanket yarn, and I'll show you the other one because I fell in love with the other one. This one is beautiful too. It does have the different shades of pinks in there, almost like a maroony pink and things like that, which I love. This one is really pretty, the grey and the blue and the green, but it's a bit different to the other one. And then this one's very, very pretty. This one is the pink and the white. So, you know, it's actually like, that would look pretty good with that, right? And even with this one, maybe. No, maybe not that one. Anyway, and then I did find a white, which is very hard. It does have a little bit of discoloration, but I can cut that out. As I said, it's very hard to find white, so that's why I picked it up. And then I got 2 in the cream, just very, very basic. So 2 of those, and I just got to reach over. And this one is like a dusty pink. So I've got the 3 different pinks now, which is pretty cool, right? Very, very pretty. And then I saw this one and I just had to buy it. I don't know what it was about it. So that's what it looks like, but in the bag, but I did open it up. I love this. And I wish they had another bag. I would have bought it because it's only 400 grams. It is, I think, a DK weight. But look at all those little like flecks through it. Oh my goodness, I think it is gorgeous. If I had enough of this, I would have loved to make like a cardigan for myself or a jumper for Steve, but I don't think it's enough. But let me tell you, I'm going to pop into Spotlight again, I think on the weekend, and see if they bought any more of this out, because I absolutely love that one. So in total, there were 11 and 13, 24 bags. So about $245, but I did get a $20 voucher. So, you know, when you consider how much yarn is here, I think that was a bargain, and it was a good opportunity to purchase it 40% off. That's what happens when I get paid, guys. I go shopping, so I really need to control that. Anyway, I think that I deserve a little reward anyway. So let's get on to life now, because we're nearly at the end of tonight's little catch up, and hanging out together, you know, can take forever because I like to chat, if you haven't noticed. Okay, so a very quick update. Steve's hand, all the stitches came out on Tuesday. He's healing very, very well, thank God. Thank you so much once again for all your kind messages to him. He's been so like, he's so chuffed. He's so happy. You always bring a little smile to his face. He now has to do some exercises that the physio told him, and he has to rub in vitamin E cream or sorbeline even into where the scars are, so that they don't, like, you know, get hard over time without, you know, massaging them. So that's his job to be doing for the next few months, and he is a very good boy, and I'm sure he'll be doing it. Don't you worry. As I always say, I will be checking in on him. Now me, I've had a couple of rough days, guys, because I'm detoxing from caffeine, and let me tell you, that's a real thing. So I decided on the weekend that I was going to cut out all caffeine but one coffee in the morning, and then I'll drink tea and herbal tea through the day. And it's just been very, very difficult. The headaches that I've experienced are just next level, but I'm going to get through this, guys, because I really need to do this for my health. And so I've decided that I was going to be a big girl about it, and I am very, very strict about it. So, you know, I have had a little bit of a rough week, but I'm okay. I know, I'm just a big baby, right? I have to say that when I say things like that, I make myself laugh. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, everything is just been status quo. Can't complain. You know, very, very blessed as always. You know, we have to remind ourselves every day. A little bit of gratitude goes a long way, and I try to remind myself every day how blessed I am. So I hope you're all doing well. Any of you that have had a rough week, I hope you get through it okay. You know, life is a bit of a roller coaster, as we all know. It never stays up and it never stays down. It's great when it's just like that, which, you know, is what we all aim for. So until I see you all very, very soon, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.